Hi guys, welcome to another reading. Today is a special type of reading. I'm doing a collaboration with Nikolina from Spiritual Awakening Tarot. Nikolina, hi.
Hello, Maya. Hello to everyone. Yeah, today we are in a little bit different setup. And I think neither of us, we didn't show ourselves in this way in this channel. We have creation channels, both of us, and there we are really, we feel free to do whatever. And then we made the decision to make it here. I hope you will like it. So Maya, if you have something, or we continue.
Yes, I would like to add that this is not our first collaboration. We do extensive work together on our creation channels, and we've done a lot of readings together, a lot of informative videos, spiritual videos, and videos that pertain to personal growth. So all of those topics are the things that we're interested in and want to give to you on our English channels as well. And we will try to do our best since this is not our native language. So please, if you don't understand anything, or if you don't understand the parts of the reading that we may not set completely clear, you can tell us down in the comment section and we will take our time to explain it more further and maybe take it as a sign to maybe make another video on a certain topic that isn't as clear to you as we might want it to. Okay, so Nikolina will describe what we're going to do today in the reading, and she will pull the piles from which you can choose from, and then we'll get right into the piles. Go ahead.
So today we were thinking to make a subject like what change is possible in your life, what could happen, what are you actually attracting. We don't know still how the title will be arranged, but this is the idea, to see what change is possible in your life and what you can do or what you should do to make it happen. So we were thinking that it's not too long reading. We will have 4 groups, and I would like you to choose with your intuition. I will show you the cards, but you know, it's the best way if you listen to your intuition. Me, I will explain that part about possible change, which is around you as a possibility, and then Maya, she will explain if there is something maybe possible. Maybe in some cases it will be like you just need to continue the way you are doing. You know, it doesn't have to be that you need to repair something. So this was basically the idea, and I will already start to choose the groups. I will just invite you to make a comments. I don't know, in our creation channels, we have lots of comments. It's already a community where people communicate a lot, even between themselves. So I would like it to happen here because these channels of ours are not, they are a little bit stagnant. So this was the idea to make it more to that knowledge what we have, we want to share with a little bit bigger audience, and let's be honest, in English language we can do it. So I hope you will support us.
And I would definitely add, guys, please, when you leave a comment, do be polite, be respectful of each other, because we do not like to foster an environment where people are unpleasant, where people are maybe behaving badly. So we do advise you to take caution when you're leaving the comments. Try to be respectful of one another and of us as well. Okay, Nikolina, you can pick the piles.
Yes, I'm choosing the piles. They're okay. I don't know now. I was thinking to show the photo of the cards, or I will just say choose between 1, 2, 3, and 4. What do you think?
I would actually like to add some crystals if you have them. If not, I can provide some for you. How would you like?
You can, but mine are a little bit further from me. So
okay,
if you have some,
yes. You can choose you can show the card and I will pick a crystal for it. How does that work?
Okay. So this is for the pile number 1.
And I will add to it this black tourmaline crystal.
Okay, for the pile number 2. And please don't read what is written here, but it doesn't have to be any of it. So just use your intuition. Don't attach yourself for this title here. So what is the stone?
The crystal is carnelian, and it's in the shape of a heart. Maybe that means something to someone.
Interesting. And the group number 3.
and I will link it to this Amazonite crystal.
And then the group number 4.
And the 4 will be this amethyst wand. It is a bit broken. That might also be a message for somebody, just to have it in mind, okay? So you can start, Nikolina.
So we can start. This was the pile number 1. With this card, I will refer myself to the stone that you chosen, because that stone is actually to protect your energy from something, and maybe that is already a message. Maybe Maya will say a little bit more about it. But I think that because here I'm seeing increase, so that change that may come your way is increase or in your income, or abundance in an emotional way, meaning that maybe your family will be bigger, maybe someone is expecting a baby, or maybe just, you know, it can be a patchwork family when you find a person who already have children with someone else, and then your family is bigger. In any case, it's a kind of increase. As here is a house, and it's more a castle, I think, than a house. But it could be that for some of you, that change could be that you change your home, that you relocate yourself to go to live in a better place. Maybe you will have an opportunity to buy yourself a house, a home, which you are thinking about and attracting. So in any case, this is a kind of increase. What I felt with that stone for you is that maybe you should not talk about it too much around you to other people, but I think already it comes to you what you should or maybe not should do in this case. So I let you continue, Maya.
I would definitely say that I agree with your message. With the black tourmaline here, I feel like you need to protect your ideas, you need to protect your plans for the future and not overshare them, because not all people have good intentions towards you, and people might be jealous of you as well. So whatever you have in mind, whatever you're planning, just keep it to yourself. Don't overshare it to everybody. You can tell it to a few people who are close to you, but everybody else should maybe stay outside of it. And I will pull a card, or maybe 2. I'm getting that I need to pull 2, about what can you do on your part so that that change comes to you, so that things improve in the way that Nikolina has described earlier. So I'm gonna pick 2 cards. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And there is a laptop here, and it requires a password to enter, which is quite interesting. And we have the card, the Star. So what I'm getting here is, again, this message of protection. You need to protect either your finances, either the information you have gathered. Maybe you've got a great offer for a house, for a job, or whatever. And if you tell that to the wrong people, they may get to disrupt your offer. Maybe they get to steal it from you. Maybe do a counter offer so that you will lose it. So keep it to yourself. And I feel like this is maybe the biggest lesson here that you need to take from this reading, to keep things to yourself. Even though you want to celebrate, you want to tell everybody, you want to have fun with it, you want everyone to know, keep it to yourself until things go through till the end. So wait it out, be patient, and do not in advance lower your chances of success. This may be something that you've been doing in the past. This was maybe the way you approached things earlier, and it always led you to some type of loss. So instead of loss, this time you can act differently so that you gain some stability and security in what you're trying to achieve. And with the Star card here, I feel like this is something you've been waiting for a long time. It is something that will bring you either healing or some type of improvement, some type of benefit for your life in the long run. And it's very important for you to come towards it with great appreciation. It's like it's very precious, and you need to take care of it as such. So with great care and focus on what's important for you, stay on the low until things go through the whole process until you know that that offer is accepted, until you know that you've got that job, until you know you've made that move, whatever you're trying to get. Don't talk about it to other people until it's done. And I feel like this is the general message that needs to come through to you. And what I would like to do for the end of the reading is to pull an advice that will follow these cards. I don't know, Nikolina, if you do have another deck that you can pull from as well, just to get some more guidance.
Just an advice. You want that each of us say one advice for
Yeah.
this? Okay.
Yeah, why not? I think it will be helpful for everyone who's watching this reading.
So I have a Three of Cups. It's a very interesting card. It's showing people dancing, celebrating. It is connected with the celebration and meeting people. But what would be advice from it for you in this particular situation? It means don't move yourself from people who are important to you. This, what we said, protect your energy. It doesn't include people who loves you, and you know who loves you. You feel it, you know. So it means share the happiness and celebrate every little step you achieve in this track. Because I feel for you, this change coming your way, it can be really something big. It can change the way you live. It can change your material world. It can change your relationships in a better way. But it's very important to every little step, because if it's big, something big like this, it always takes time. And then if it takes time, there are more than one step. Celebrate each of these steps with people you can trust. And also, even if this card is more connected with these emotions and really connections with people you like, this could also be that maybe you need to trust your guts to ask for advice, to ask for a guidance for some people who are more into this, who are more professional in such an area, for you to give you advice what to do, how to invest your money, what not to do. So just to trust your instincts, but don't, if we say protect yourself from energies of other people, it doesn't mean that you exclude people who are important for you in your life. So this was my message.
And I got the perfect card. We got the card loss, which ties in with what we said earlier perfectly. So the card says the following: sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. So there's definitely a lesson here for you guys from the past losses that you went through. Sometimes you were very passionate about attaining something and it didn't go through. And instead of maybe fearing that this will happen again, even though you do need to protect this, maybe turn your sights to faith in life, to believing that life will help you on your path forward towards the destination. Just have more openness to the miracles of life, and that if something has to fall through, something has to be lost, then it was maybe for the better. So if some of you do end up losing this opportunity, or if this change doesn't go through as you wanted it to go, definitely ask yourself, what if there is something better for me? What if there is something that God or life or universe has planned for me that is even greater than this, that I can't even think about? It's so major that it's not even in my perception. So I think the main thing for you, Pawan, is this mindset, this attitude of keeping close to yourself what's valuable. And even if it doesn't fall, even if it doesn't go through the way you planned, then have enough faith in life that it will bring you something better along. This is the message for Pile 1. Do you have anything else to add, or can we go to Pile 2?
No, I will just invite people from the pile number 1 to tell us. You cannot forget that this is a general reading, so it cannot really fit everybody's cup. It cannot fill everybody's cup. But you know, if something triggered you or something, if you think this is, I would like you to put a comment, because we would like to have that feedback from you. This is what I want to just suggest, and then we can pass to the pile number 2 with a beautiful card of, they said, friends and colleagues. What change could come to you? What change is possible? It's evidently here it's connected with the people, with your connections. As the stone, the crystal you have chosen here is a carnelian.
Yeah.
The first I was thinking that actually this is, you know, meeting new people and new connections, making friends at the workplace, which is very, very important. But for some of you, because of this stone and its shape in the heart, and a carnelian is very, very strong. I'm sorry. Maybe someone had a weak throat chakra here. The carnelian is a very, very strong stone to attract love, to attract a person towards you, especially if you make it in combined with the rose quartz. So it crossed my mind that maybe someone will find love or a person of love interest at the workplace. This is what could be that change. But in any case, I felt also that you are maybe getting a job, or you are searching and you will get it. There is that possibility for you, or to change a job, to come in an environment in which one people are more friendly, the people are more like it's your place, like you are somewhere where you feel you belong, you click, and you can even be a friend with these people. And this situation is just not here just as I feel. It is not here just for you to meet people or to have a friend or a lover from these relationships. It's just to shift your energy towards some spiritual awakening. There is that person who will enter your life, and it is through your workplace, who will be very, very important for your spiritual growth, for something for you to understand, to learn, to move forward, to see some things more clearly. Maybe some of you will get rid of certain prejudice about different people from different continents, from different countries. I don't know, maybe you will start to understand different people. Maybe some of you so far you had certain fear regarding people from different places, different cultures. Maybe this is something now you will understand, how we are connected and how you can find your soulmate in every corner of the world. And I think it's more than just to meet people, because I can see from here that some of you can grasp that relationship from it. It's really romantic. That some of you can have a really good friend in life. It's very important and it's very rare. So this is a good change. But I think that change actually is bringing you also that spiritual growth. This is what I feel. So Maya.
Thank you. I feel for you guys that I need to pull 3 cards to see what can you do on your part for this change to happen, to manifest itself in your life. So we will choose 3 cards. And we have the 7 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. So I definitely see here that you need to resolve some type of uncertainty in your life. There is something that's not clear. Either you have different offers that you don't know which to choose from, or which offer is the best one for you. Maybe you need to pick between 2 different job positions. Maybe you are interested in more than one person and you're not sure who to date. Or maybe you need to just pick where to move. It can be anything. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and the concept we have given you. And I feel like you're not really sure where to go. And this is your first problem, why this change hasn't happened, because you are confused. And because you don't know which path to take, you're not taking any of it. Basically, you're staying in the same place, which is not always a bad thing. But I feel like this change that can happen for you, that Nikolina described earlier, is something that will bring a lot of improvement to your life. And with the 3 of Cups here, I definitely agree with Nikolina. She said that you will have a better environment, that you will have better colleagues, better friends, maybe you will find love in the workplace. And I definitely agree with that. I feel like that environment to which you can move to will have the key to your personal happiness. And this is exactly why Nikolina is mentioning spiritual awakening, because it is a part of our personal growth to fulfill ourselves, either within our workplace or within our love life or within our friend circle. So I definitely see this is the key to your success, the key to your happiness, this change that is available for you. But it's going to take a lot of work, I gotta say, how to. If we're known for anything, Nikolina and I, we are known for not sugarcoating things. We are very very real about what's necessary, how much work you need to put in, and what you have to face, because that is the only way you will truly manage to improve yourself and move forward in life. If we're all about, oh, it's everything great, everything's love light, we will not get anywhere. So you need to face your shadows, you need to face your blockages, you need to face your obstacles in order to overcome them, to gain strength and lessons from those so that you can move forward. They will not be removed by simply you wishing for them to be gone. You need to put in the necessary work. They were put in that place for you to do the necessary work. You cannot go around them. You have to go through them, but not in with force. You have to go with understanding. And this is what I see for you. You need to understand, why are you stuck here? Why you have no clarity? And I feel that a lot of you have resentment either to a person, whether that is a previous partner, whether that is someone from your group of colleagues, or maybe your boss. And until you resolve that resentment, it's going to be hard for you to manifest this new environment in which you can truly be fulfilled. So for a lot of you, I feel like putting in that work of understanding the other side, the way that they behaved, the way that they talked to you, or maybe the things that they didn't do that you expected of them. I feel like when you understand where they were coming from, it's going to be easier for you to move ahead. And because of that, I feel there is a time, a period of self-growth and self-discovery that you, Paltu, need to go through in order to manifest that new environment that will bring you so much joy. That's from me. Nikolina will pull a card for guidance, and then I will pull one more for your advice.
Oh, I did already, and it's interesting.
Oh.
It's Two of Cups. And an advice from this card, what I felt the moment I saw it, it's actually for you to open your heart and to look out of the box. I think that that person coming your way, someone important, is actually your soulmate. But like it may be someone who is very different from your circles so far, from the people you know, from there is something different that maybe you have prejudice, or maybe you are looking differently, that you don't, you know, what is advice here actually? Don't put a label on person. Don't judge before you know the story, because maybe behind that, what you think of someone is actually hiding very important, your soulmate, and very important growth for yourself. So this is really a message: open your heart and look out of the box. Don't put everybody in the same box. Don't put the same label to the people as you did it so far, because you are shifting.
You won't believe, but my card is the same as the advice card for pile 1, and it is loss.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So the card says, sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the egos. But the message for me, for you, pile 2, is a bit different than the message in the pile 1. I feel like all the past losses, everything you went through, maybe all the relationships that have failed, they failed because they were not right for you. You were trying to fit yourself into a certain box. As Nikolina said, you need to look outside of the box. You were trying to fit in a box that doesn't truly suit you. You were trying to appeal to people who are not right for you. You were trying to apply to jobs that are not really aligned with who you are. So there is a part of you that wants to fit in a certain environment that is not truly supportive of you. And this is why the theme of environment came out. You need to change your environment to something more sustainable. I actually gave an example of this in our earlier video on our Croatian channel when we did the law of attraction. Do you remember? So I talked about how we as people often get caught up in the wrong environments. When I say wrong environments, I mean we get into an environment that doesn't have the necessary support, that doesn't have the necessary understanding or infrastructure for our best talents and qualities to shine. And we try to fit into that environment, and we force ourselves to be successful precisely there. And I use an example. It's like you're trying to plant a palm tree in Siberia. Siberia doesn't sustain the life of that plant. And if you force yourself to be successful and thrive in Siberia, it doesn't happen for you. It's just not possible. So you need to plant the palm in a tropical environment, somewhere where it's warm enough, where it's enough humidity, and where the surroundings is actually aligned with who you truly are. And I feel like this is a part of the problem here, the part of why you have this uncertainty about whether you should go in one way or the other. I feel like you need to get back to, who am I as a person? Who am I truly? What are my best qualities? What are my talents? And where can that talents be utilized the best? And then you will understand why every past loss was as it was, why it didn't work out, and what can you do for your future endeavors to be successful, where you need to do that, where you need to place yourself in order to gain that success. That's the message from this card, and we can move to pile 3.
The pile number 3, you've chosen this beautiful card of the great gratitude. So what I grasp from here for a change, it's possible for you to come, that universe wants to give you. This is a great with this stone, actually. This is a recognition, what I'm feeling. Recognition in your field of acting. I mean, if you have a hobby and you want to transform it to the job, if you have one project, but this is a really particular project, something that is very important to your heart, actually, even if it's work, because here I'm feeling people who are like, we do, this is our job, but also this is our passion. I mean, this is what I feel here. And I feel people who are working and working hard for something to achieve, and that life actually wants to give you that recognition, wants to, it's a little bit like a 6 of Wands energy, you know, your victory, your recognition, when the people see you. Maybe some of you really are working on the social media or maybe on TV. Maybe someone is actor or want in theater, I don't know, whatever it is in this area, when you are visible to the eye of the public, you know, and that people will recognize your efforts, that people will recognize, but it doesn't have to be that you are on the social media just to show yourself how you dress yourself. It can be that you are in the physics, I don't know, when you are resolving the stuff and then you are showing to people. But whatever you are doing, in whichever area it is, maybe you try to build something, because this is a general reading, so I'm trying to cover a little bit more of different. So take it as it's correspondent to you, in which project you are, what you like to do. Maybe for some of you is still an idea of doing it. And actually this message here for you is that the God, the life, whatever you are believing in, want to give you that, want to give you that. There are actions to be taken to achieve it. This will Maya explain. But what I see, that change is actually to change the course of your life and the way how your career, maybe something that you didn't even trust that it can come, it can happen. To, you know, to be, some of you may become even the star. I don't know, maybe someone has a great music talent and you don't even want to show, maybe you are shy to show yourself in front of others, how you sing or how you play or whatever it is actually. And actually, I think that already in your life you have certain signs and synchronicities and the guides which are guiding you towards it. And if this is still as an idea in your head, this is calling you, really, it will call you stronger and stronger to wake up, to do it, to go for it. And if you are in this project already, probably you need to trust more in yourself, but this is something that the God wants you. You are not here to stay in the shadow of something. You are here to show what you know, because I feel that you are someone who has lots of talents and lots of things to show to the world. So, Maya.
I completely agree, and I want to tie in the Amazonite crystal with the message you just gave to pile 3. You have to have confidence, and you need to be very vocal about who you are and what you can do. You should not be hiding. You should not be afraid of showing the world who you truly are and what you can do. Show the world what you're made of, because the world needs what you have to offer. This is what I feel the Amazonite crystal is trying to give you as a message. And I feel for a lot of you, this might be an issue. Maybe you're scared of showing yourself. Maybe you're scared of the consequences that might happen to you if you show yourself to the world. Maybe you're afraid of rejection, of being a laughing stock. Whatever it is, the Amazite crystal urges you to really get confident in who you are and what you can do, and truly shine your talents. And I will pick 2 cards for you. That's what I feel. 2 cards to see what can you do on your part, pile 3, regarding this topic. What can you do to facilitate this change? So we have beautiful. We have the World card. And we have the Chariot. 2 major arcanas, which tells us this is truly major event, major change for you, pile 3. And as Nikolina said, it is something that is given to you from God. It's probably your purpose for a lot of you, and you need to pursue it. And what I'm getting with the World card, you see this puzzle piece that is missing, that is lacking for the complete picture to show itself. This is your confidence. This is your belief in yourself, that you are placed here on this earth in this particular time with this particular talent or knowledge, whatever you possess, to share with everybody else. You're the missing link. You're the thing that will connect things together, and you will give something so valuable to the world that you cannot even fathom at the moment. So it reminds me of that commercial of the Maestro card. So it has so much value that you cannot put value on it. So this is why I see for you. You are meant to put this precious thing into the world. And if you don't do that, the world would be left in scarcity because of it. Don't dim yourself, don't belittle yourself, because you're meant to do great things. And with the Chariot card here, it tells me that you need to stir up some courage inside of you. You need to go forward, and you need to, you need to crush everything that comes in your way. If there is some type of criticism, just move forward. Don't take notice of it. Just ignore it completely. I feel like you need to be a bit of, that's something counterintuitive for some of you, maybe when you first hear it, but you need to be more in your ego. But what I mean by that, you need to be more in the role that has been given to you for this life, because ego is just a role. But the thing is, if you know that it's just a role that you are playing, you're not going to identify with it in your core. So you are not your ego, but you are using that ego to bring something better to the world, and embody that ego to the fullest, that role you're playing, without forgetting that you are more than that. But still be very proud of who you are, what you can give to the world, and don't listen to critics. They know nothing, okay? You have something so amazing to bring to the world, and you have to move forward. Do you have anything to add? I feel like there's something that can be added on your part on this. I don't know why I feel it.
Actually, it will go through my advice that I pulled the card, because I really wanted to say that, as my card was the great gratitude, so it means that they need to be in the energy of gratitude, in the energy, but it's not, to appreciate all big stuff. You need to appreciate every little thing. The capacity you can do, the time you have for yourself, the time for do your stuff, the talent that God gives you, just an idea that you have that idea. To appreciate every little thing. You maybe have each day you can create your place in which, when you are undisturbed during 2 hours, this is also something to be grateful for. This gratefulness is actually the strongest magnet which can attract. And it's interesting, the card as an advice is a 6 of Pentacles, which is that equal sharing, equal giving and taking game, what I say it like this, in which one is very important to share with people who are on the same frequency with you. And maybe for your project, at least in the beginning, I think it would be very good to cooperate, to find people who think like you are thinking about certain matters. I mean, it doesn't have to be that you think 100% the same. It's not possible. there is always good to have certain differences also, so you can learn from each other. This is that equal giving taking. Everybody gives what they have, but you need to be in the same frequency. You need to have the same goal in life. Actually, you need to go in the same direction, because if someone wants to go to Tokyo and you want to go to New York, it's a little bit difficult to go together. Yeah. Just, maybe advice for you is to find people with whom you can cooperate. And I think in the beginning, maybe it will really help you to go more for it, to be more confident, because I think you miss that confidence a little bit. That's why start from where you are, and have that gratitude for all the things you already have. So already you have the talent, you need to be grateful. You can, I don't know, you can see the sunshine today, or even the rain. It can be a happy place too. I mean, someone love the smell of the rain is something very romantic for me, at least. I don't know, but whatever, be grateful for the little things, and these little things will bring you the that bigger stuff you want to achieve, because already they are in preparation for you. So you have nothing to worry about it. You just need to take a little step. And maybe one of those steps is to cooperate with people who vibrate the same as you. Voila, this is all from me.
I will pull one more card for advice. And with that, we will end the reading for you, Valkyrie. So what is the guidance or advice you need to hear? Energetic clearing. It's so funny because we were actually filming a video before this about auras and how we can clean our auras. And we were doing it for our creation channel. So maybe if some of you are here from our creation channels, that's definitely something I would advise you to look at once we put it out. I think we're going to try to do it today, I hope,
Yes.
if I manage to work around my schedule. So anyways, for you, what's the advice? I'm going to read the card first, and then I'm going to interpret. So during crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Yes. So you need to do a bit of energy clearing. This is why you have this problem with your confidence. This is why you lack it. There is something in your energy field, whether it's within your aura, within your chakras, or just maybe it's a belief that you hold regarding your talent, regarding showing yourself to the world. And this is what I was implying when I started to read for your group. There is something that's actively standing in the way of you truly embodying your talents that have been given to you. And if you decide to do the work, if you decide to cleanse yourself, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever type of cleansing you need at the moment, hopefully, or for, of course, that would be perfect. But whatever type of clearing you need at the moment, it will help you shed that fear that you're carrying. It will help you gain that confidence, because what is confidence? It's when we know that we are capable of doing something. Confidence is not something that is given to you from outside. Confidence is when we believe that we are capable of doing what we have set our minds to, that we will reach a certain type of result that we wish for ourselves. And when you get to that point, when you remove the fears, the doubts about whether you can do this or not, your confidence will shine through you naturally. So to me, I feel like there is some type of energy clearing that you need to do to help yourself in this situation. That's all from me.
So we can pass to the pile number 4. This card is a little bit like, everybody will think, maybe not many people have taken this card thinking, it's something negative. No, if you are talking about changes, we talk about something very, what can change your life for better. It's interesting that this card is that victim mentality, and my actually chose an amethyst, which is a little bit broken. So I think this is your spirit at the moment, which is a little bit broken. Maybe you are in some situation which is not pleasant at all. Maybe there is some grief, maybe there is some loss. This is what I feel for you at the moment. But that change which can come, which is possible for you, is actually to get rid of these chains, to get rid of something negative. For you, pile number 4, you are going out of some hard situation in your life. So there is a solution coming your way. So this hard situation, it can be that you are in the process of grieving. In this case, it is something I cannot tell you. When we lost someone, it's never gone. The time doesn't help here. It's just that you accept that they are now somewhere else and you are hoping that it's a better place. But when you understand that those people who loves us and they are gone, they actually want us to be happy, then we continue with our lives more joyfully. If this is a case in which you are, but here also it can be that someone is really in some abusive relationships. It can be with your parents, with your co-workers, with your boss. It can be with your partner, with your romantic relationship. You know, it could be that you feel yourself like in the prison, that you cannot do what you want to do. It can be connected, whatever it is in your life. But this is what I feel. If this is not your pile, not your pile. But I feel here really that you are in a situation that you feel completely blocked. And probably to go out of it, you need to get rid of that victim mentality. But this is Maya's parts to talk about it. I just want to tell you that here I'm seeing solution. It can come solution to a person. And I think you need to learn trust again, that there are some people who are good, because I think you lose trust in people. There is a notion of losing trust in life in general, or in God, or
Yes.
in other people, you know, some trust issues really. And the life will give you opportunity and a situation or a people with which one you can heal it, you can grow over it, and you can go out of this situation. This is the change what I feel coming for you. So it will be interesting to see, Maya, what comes to you.
I would like to emphasize the thing that you said earlier, because I was getting it heavily from the amethyst that is kind of torn at the top. I was getting that maybe some of you have felt like God has turned his back on you, like God has left you, and then you lost all of your hopes and of any type of better life. It's like you are disappointed in God himself. This is how heavily I feel this amethyst for some of you here. And I feel what Nikolina has said here, it's reasonable to understand why you're in this victim mentality or in this situation, and why you may not trust life or God anymore. But we will pull some cards to see what can you do on your part, because this doesn't have to be your reality. You can change that, even though you feel like you're incapable of changing anything about your situation. That is not true. We always have a choice. But when we are very intertwined in our situations, and when we are in this victim position, we can feel helpless. But all we need to do is to take a look from a broader perspective on our situation, and new ideas and new possibilities will open up for us. And this is what I hope that the reading will give to you, pile 4. So let's see, what can you do on your part, pile 4, so that this situation or this change can happen to you. So I have a flying card that just landed on the floor, and I'm going to take it. It's going to require a few seconds, but I will pull one more and I will show you guys. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And the other card is the Moon. This card came out first. And this is
I need
why...
to say something, just to say,
Yeah.
you know, when I was pulling card now for given advice, it is the card of the moon. I already...
Yeah. So it's very indicative to me. It's very meaningful that this card flew out of the deck and it fell face down to the ground, which tells me that there's something that you are not willing to see about your situation. There's a certain responsibility about the situation you're not willing to take as your own. And I know this might sound harsh to somebody, especially if you're in an abusive relationship, or maybe in a situation where you feel like your hands are tied and it's not your fault. And I have to stress, it is never your fault. We're not talking about guilt here, but it is your responsibility to see what you are not doing on your part so that your situation can improve. Sometimes we often hear stories where people stay in abusive relationships. Some of them try to get away and they end up coming back to that partner. We don't know what truly is going on through their heads. And if you're one of those people, we're not judging here, just to make that clear. But you need to understand that your decision to come back to that partner is precisely the problem. So this is just an example of how you're not taking accountability for your position. Yes, you may be put in a certain position when you are the victim, but at some point you have to say no. You have to say enough. Whatever that means for you, whatever your situation is, you have to start participating, because you are in a way being passive about it, and it allows you to stay in that position, in that situation, for who knows how much more time. So it is a tough pill to swallow, I know, but like I said in some previous pile, Nikolina and I do very realistic readings. We work with a lot of people, and everything we do is to allow you to see yourself, who you truly are, without any misconceptions. And sometimes the truth is not easy to hear, but the truth will set you free. Once you recognize that you play a part in this, which you do, unfortunately, you do, that will set you free. And that will allow you to change. That will allow you to take actions, concrete actions. That will turn this whole situation around. And since you've got two major arcanas here, I feel like this is necessary for you to understand and to really perceive the illusion of this situation. Maybe you can think of how you even ended up here. Were you born into this situation? Were you put in this situation at some point? And what preceded that? I feel like there's a lot of work to be done around the topic, how did I even get in this mess? And there you will recognize that there was something that made all of this happen to you. And at that point, you could have acted differently, but unfortunately you didn't. And the best time to act for change to happen is now. So you have to take matters into your hand. It won't change for itself. God will not magically appear from the sky and say, you are resolved from this situation, you can go. It's not going to happen. You need to help yourself. You need to help yourself so that God can help you. God has not given up on you. He has not turned your back on you. He's waiting to you to turn to him again so that he can show you the way. Nikolina, you can go to pick an advice, to pick a card for that, or you can add to this if you feel like there's something to add.
No, I just picked this card for the advice, and I was listening because this file is very deep actually, and this is the true work what we want to do actually with people, because from time to time, and it happens, life is like this, we find ourselves in some unpleasant situations. Some of them are more and less pleasant. Some of them are really bad, and then it's very, very important that you have that support and guidance from some people. It's not necessarily two of us, but it can be whatever, to understand that the worst thing is when you think you are a victim, when you think that it's your fault, that maybe if you did something, there is behind of it, there is a lot of negativity about your self-esteem, about who you are really, And here the card, the Moon of Moon, which I was choosing for advice for you, I will connect with this card also. Here you can see the waterfalls falling. It's like when you cannot manage your emotions, when they are overflowing. I would say that advice here is also, and the Moon is also talking a lot about emotions. So about your intuition, what are you feeling? So I think that most of you here, you cannot manage it. And you need to know it's not shame. If you need to cry, cry it out. If you need to scream, I don't know, take a boxing, or go to one mountain and scream, really, you need to release your emotions. It doesn't have to be that you break everything in the house when you are angry or something, but you find a way to release those emotions. Normally, if you feel that anxiety or if you feel some anger, you can do some sports to go to, you will lose it on that way, but you gain the positive energy towards you back, that level of serotonin is growing. So actually what I'm trying to say basically here, it's for you to manage your emotions, not in the way to control them, but in the way to let them be in the smart way, not hurting anyone else around you, because then you are making trouble for some other people who can be in the same situation where you are now and you are trying to go out of it. So you are not seeing, maybe because the Moon was there Maya pulled it out. It was flying away, and I pulled it out almost at the same moment when it flies out. So it's interesting. So I think there is something you don't see, you cannot see, and it's for a reason like this, but you need to have that deep trust inside of yourself that the things will work out, they will be okay. But you need to trust it. You need to put it out, that trust. And you know, when you are done with your emotions, because you cannot eternally talking on and on and on about some problem and crying, or if you need to cry, take 2 days and cry it out completely. And then, you know, as I say, take off the dust and continue. This is advice from my side here.
I would just like to add that it's very important to understand ourselves. Why do we stay in situations that are not good for us? Because that reason is the key factor where life isn't changing. So there's always a why behind the story. No matter how hard the story is, there's always a why. And until we understand it, it's going to hold us captive within it. Okay. So we need to understand. I'll take the previous example. Why we keep coming back to the abusive partner. What are we trying to gain there? What do we think we're not going to get anywhere? And instead of feeling guilty that we are doing it, we try to understand why we're doing it. Because when you understand the why, you're going to free yourself from the same type of behavior. That's the key thing here. And that's what the moon card is trying to say. You need to lift the illusion. You need to look at it for what it truly is. You're not going back to that partner because you love him. Love is not abusive. You're looking for something else. And when you're true to yourself and look at what you're really going for, what you're seeking there, it's going to release you from the situation. And I'm going to pull one more card for advice, and we will wrap the reading up with this. This will be the last card of today, and that is individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth School. This is such an amazing message to end this reading. So I know at times it can be hard to fathom that some people go through bad situations from the beginning of their lives, maybe till the end of their lives, because there was a higher purpose for that. And maybe your own situation that you're going through that makes you feel like a victim is placed here because of some higher purpose. And what I can tell you for sure, which I know that Nikolina feels as well, is if you've come to our reading and if you've stayed long enough to hear these messages out and you don't take offense on what we are saying, you are ready to understand that higher purpose. You are ready to understand that this situation was not given to you for you to be tormented your whole life. It was given to you to learn a valuable lesson and grow as a person so that you can live a different type of life. And what I can tell you from my own experience, and I'm sure that Nikolina will say the same, the biggest blocks, the biggest traumas of our lives have taught us to be who we are today. What we are doing today is a direct consequence of all the stuff that we went through earlier in life, which we took as lessons, as way of facilitating our growth. And we took the lessons, we took everything that was there for us, and we decided to look at it as a blessing. I know it's hard maybe from your current situation to look at it that way, but if you were to ask yourself, if there was a higher purpose, why I'm going through this experience, what would that purpose be? Try starting with this question and take time to answer. It doesn't have to happen immediately. Take 2, 3, 5 days, however you need. But the answer will come if you seek it, if you ask for it. And then you'll get better understanding. And then that moon card will start to shift for you. Then you will start to understand why this was given to you, and that it was not a punishment. And I would like to end with this because I feel like that may be enough for today for you, Pal 4, to think through. And I feel like this will be just one step along your path to truly understanding this topic. Back to you.
So, well, it was really complete. I think it's enough, if someone don't understand with all of this, what we have said just now, then maybe it's not the time to understand. But I think those who are supposed to understand, they did it already. So I think it is really, so this was our reading. I hope you like it. I hope you will put some comment. I hope you will support it in any way possible, because I mean, we would like to know really how this correspond with you. Is it your story? Do you like this way of working? Would you like us to do some more? We are doing anyway, we are going to do it, but it will be good if you like it too.
We would like your feedback. That's what
But
we need.
you can propose what I'm asking you. You can propose some subjects. Maybe you are interested in some subjects more than the other. This was just our first baby today in this English channel, so we made a decision like this. Anyway, thank you. Whatever you made a decision, whatever to do with our channel, sports or not, I thank you for being here, for listening, and hopefully we see each other soon.
Thank you, guys. I hope this was helpful, and we do wish to see your comments. It would mean a lot to us. And if you wish more videos of this type, do leave us a suggestion in the comment section. Give us topics that you would like us to talk about, because we do have a lot of extensive knowledge that we can share, and we would like this channel, my channel and Nikolina's channel, to be of service to all of you. And by doing this, we will get better at our English as well. So there's a double take here. So double benefit for all of us. And we thank you all for being a part of this community. And I hope that we grow together as people and as souls. See you next time.
Thank you so much. And kisses.